So in Japanese, there are three different verb types, and each verb type has multiple names, but they're all the same thing for each verb type. So for the first verb type, they can either go by group one verbs, or they can go by u verbs or godon verbs. These are all the same. For the second type, it's either group two verbs, ru verbs, or ichidan verbs. These are all the same thing for second type. For the third type, it's either group three or irregular verbs. So let's take a look at the first type. I'll just call it godon verbs to keep it simple. For the first type, you want to take a look at the dictionary form, which is the present or future plain form of the verb. When it's in this form, it has 9 endings, or 9 possible endings. U, tsu, ru, bu, mu, nu, ku, gu, or su. So each of these words right here end in one of these 9 hiragana characters. So we have ao to meet, katsu to win, uru to sell, asobu to play, shinu to die, aruku to walk, oyogu to swim, kesu to erase, and nomu to drink. So when it ends in one of these 9, it's most likely a godon verb. The only exception is when it ends in ru. So sometimes the verb ends in ru, but it's not a godon verb. So let's take a look at that next in the ichidan section. So for ichidan verbs, we're taking a look at the dictionary form, which is the present future plain form. The ichidan verbs have 2 possible endings, eru or iru, or eru, iru endings. So when I say that, I mean, let's take a look at the example. You have, for example, taberu, to eat. If you put this in the Romaji, taberu, it ends in eru, so this is an ichidan verb. Same for okiru. It ends in iru, so this is also an ichidan verb. So if the verb ends in either eru or iru, it is usually, not always, usually an ichidan verb. There are some exceptions. Let's take a look at those exceptions. So these are 10 exceptions, but it's not limited to just these 10. There's probably several hundred maybe, but these are 10 of the most common verb exceptions for ichidan verbs for verbs that look like ichidan verbs but are really godon. We have hairu to enter, hashiru to run, iru to need, kairu to go home, kagiru to limit, kiru to cut, shaberu to talk, shiru to know, keru to kick, and suberu to slide. So these 10 verbs, they all end in either eru or iru, which is the ichidan verb rule, but these are the exceptions, so they actually are godon verbs. So you have to be careful for these 10. Last, we have irregular verbs. There's only 2 irregular verbs. These are them in the dictionary form. They're either suru or kuru. Suru means to do, kuru means to come. But for suru, they can be attached to different nouns. So for example, benkyou suru, to study. Since this word ends in suru, it still counts as an irregular verb. Same for ryoko suru. This word ends in suru, so it's still irregular. Benkyou suru, to study. Ryoko suru, to go on a trip. So you have to look for that suru at the end. Same for kuru. There's a different, I guess you could say, variations where they attach kuru to other verbs. So for example, ite kuru. This is the te form of iku attached to kuru at the end. So kuru is at the end. So even though kuru, it's not by itself, it's attached to another verb to make one big verb. This whole ite kuru is still irregular. But so those are the 3 verb types. And then if you're trying to figure out, oh, is this verb type 1, 2, or 3, and you're just really confused, what I like to do is go to uh, gshow.org. Let's get that. There we go. gshow.org. It's a really helpful site. So you can search here. So you can do the Romaji if you want, or you can also search in hiragana with kanji. So for example, suwaru, you type that in and it says the verb right here, and it says godon verb with ru ending. So godon verb, we covered that earlier. Godon was the first group. So group 1 verbs are udon or u verbs or godon verbs. So that's a very handy site to use. All right, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.